Good morning, everyone. Today I'm before you to present introduction to hypersensitivity and types in brief. Okay. Now let us go through the first definitions of hypersensitivity. There are so many other definitions will be there. Okay, but you can keep in your mind any one definition for the examination purpose. Hypersensitivity is an immune response that damages the body's own tissues. Okay, or hypersensitivity is an exaggerated immune response that results in tissue damage and is manifested in the individual on second or subsequent exposure or contact with an antigen. Okay, also you can define hypersensitivity as a condition in which the body has an exaggerated response to a substance that may be food or drug, also known as an allergy. Okay, at the end of this particular video I have given the different varieties of allergies. You can have a look. An excessive immune response that results from previous exposure to an antigen, okay, is also known as hypersensitivity. When you take this hypersensitivity, we have two different forms of hypersensitivity, okay, immediate responses and delayed responses. Immediate responses are antibody mediated and occur in minutes, whereas delayed immune responses are mediated by T cells and occur about 24 hours later. Okay, hypersensitivity is also an allergy and exaggerated or inappropriate immune responses categorized based on which part of the immune system that is involved and the onset or its response. Okay, that is type 1, 2, 3 and 4 we have classified. Okay, so we have four types of hypersensitivity: type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. Okay, now let us go to the next slide. You can also define this hypersensitivity reaction as a state of altered reactivity in which the body reacts with an exaggerated immune response to a foreign agent. Okay, hope you are able to understand. Next, we have four types of hypersensitivity reactions. Okay, this four type of hypersensitivity reaction, which was given by Peter Gell and Robert Combs. Okay, they divided hypersensitivity into four types. That is type 1, which is anaphylactic reactions, type 2, cytotoxic reaction, then type 3, immune complex reactions, type 4, cell mediated reactions. Okay, I'm giving just a brief information about hypersensitivity. Okay, now let us go through in detail about the classification of hypersensitivity reactions. Okay, Peter Gell and Robert Combs have divided hypersensitivity into four types: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, why? For making it easier to understand the immunopathology, they divided the hypersensitivity to understand more easily into four types. Type 1, 2 and 3 involve antibody mediated. Okay, while type 4, which is delayed hypersensitivity, that is involved with cell mediated. Okay, each type is quite distinct in its action and damage that it causes. Okay, many diseases, however, have elements of more than one type in their pathogenesis. Okay, even I told in my previous video also, this hypersensitivity reaction can be classified into four types, right? How they classified these four types, this Gell and Combs, mainly based on effector mechanisms which are involved, are components involved in hypersensitivity reaction, and the time of onset, that is how quickly the reaction develops. By keeping in all those parameters, they have classified these four types of hypersensitivity. Okay, now let us go through type 1 hypersensitivity, which can also be known as immediate type hypersensitivity. Okay, this type 1 mediated by IgE antibody against allergens, causing the release of chemical mediators from mast cells. Okay, resultant hay fever, venom, hypersensitivity, and drug allergies are examples. Okay, and is IgE mediated mast cells degranulation. So this is all about in brief information about type 1 hypersensitivity. Okay, here this is spelling mistake. This is the venom. Next, type 2 hypersensitivity, which is initiated by the reaction of IgG and IgM antibodies against antigens on the surface cells, causing complement activation and antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity. Okay, brings hemolytic disease of newborn, transfusion reactions, Graves' hyperthyroid diseases are some of the examples. Next one, type 3, which is due to deposits of IgG and IgM antibody in immune complexes, causing activation of complement. Okay, then inflammation and tissue damage. Examples are rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus. In short, we can say yes, LE, okay, and serum sickness. So these are the some of the examples which comes under type 3 hypersensitivity. Okay, now let us go to the next one, type 4, which is known as delayed hypersensitivity, initiated by sensitized T cells which react with antigen, okay, and then proliferate and release cytokines. This cytokine release is responsible for the recruitment of macrophages and more T cells, causing chronic inflammatory reactions. Okay, the reactions to tuberculosis uh, and contact dermatitis, multiple sclerosis, and type 1 diabetes are some of the examples. Okay, so this is all about the type 4 hypersensitivity. Okay, here you can see common sources of allergens like inhaled materials like pollen or house dust mite or plant pollens. Okay, then dander of domesticated animals, mold spores. Okay, feces of very small animals, for example house dust mites. Okay, these are some of the examples which comes from inhaled materials which brings allergies to body system. Injected materials like insect venoms, vaccines, drugs, therapeutic proteins. Okay, further ingested materials like food or orally administered drugs which comes under the ingested materials as allergens. Eventually here contacted materials like plant leaves, industrial products made from plants, then synthetic chemicals in industrial products and metals. Okay, these are the some of the common sources of allergens. Okay, hope you understood today's class. This is all about the introduction to hypersensitivity and its classes. Okay, thank you everyone for watching this video.